What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Telling y'all, don't forget to check the playlist. Follow all the Truth Behind Hip Hop videos, because they are extraordinary. And if you are having some trouble, some people saying that it's telling them that they have to subscribe again, and they've already subscribed. They don't know why they have been kicked out. I guess that's a YouTube thing. Definitely not a me thing. I didn't unsubscribe anybody or block anybody. So tell YouTube that, hey, I've been kicked off the page for some reason. I had to subscribe all over again. Why did I have to do that? Ask them that. Go to your feedback section and let them know. I already told them that you guys were having problems with that. So maybe they'll explain it to me or they'll just fix it. But let's move along. This is the 50 Cent and Lil Kim beef, or Lil Kim versus 50 Cent beef. Now, let's go to the beginning, like we always do. When this happened, 50 Cent was not bigger than Lil Kim. Yes, there was a time. Lil Kim was the biggest thing out in hip-hop. Seriously. Lil Kim had it on lock for a while. Burning up the charts. Album after album. Then you look around and she's getting ready to drop her third album. She got rid of everybody. Like Junior Mafia gone. Puffy's gone. And this is in 2001. So everybody's gone. She's got new management. She got new everything. So when this started happening, and she was restructuring herself to come back out under her own Queen Bee management, when she was doing that, she wanted to get new producers, new sound, new everything. Change her structure because she was taking care of too many people. So with Junior Mafia out of the way, and she's got her Queen Bee entertainment going on, some people that's really down for her got her back. She reached out to some of the top producers in the game, from Timbaland, and he put her on the Scott Storch, and Eminem, and she talked with Dr.Dre back in 2002, and Dre was like, man, I always wanted to do something for you. I had this track. I thought you'd be nice for it. Yeah. But I don't know how M feel about it, working. I know he wanted to do something with you before. He had this idea with you and Pamela Anderson. He wanted to do a video with y'all. But, yeah, then he saw the video with Tommy Lee and you, and that's just crazy. So, during that time, Dr. Dre was like, we're going to do something together. Did right. So, when that went down, she was like all excited about it. And he was currently working with 50 Cent. And he was like, man. She was like, well, I'm looking to do a song with Eminem. Is he available? I'm recording my album right now. And she was like, I'll go out to Cali and record. And he was like, I'll do you something better. He said, right now I'm working with, 50 Cent. Yeah, he got crazy buzz right now. Yeah, everybody's waiting on that debut album. So, yeah, if I get you on that album, it's only, you're going to explode on this album. So, let me see if y'all can get y'all to work together. So from what the communication was for Dr. Dre and Lil Kim, Kim wanted to get Eminem. Dr. Dre gave her 50 Cent. And saying, okay, so they're thinking of this being their song, and 50 Cent is going to be the feature on the song. 50 is recording his album, and he's thinking and being told from what he's getting from Dre was, we might have to hold off on the album. we might get another big star on the track, Lil Kim. Yeah, she want to do something freaky for the album. Yeah, so I'm thinking of some Bootsy Collins type beat. You know, get a track, hook it up. Yeah. You know, I told her I was going to run it by you. 50 was, man, that sounds nice, man. Get in here. I'll do it. I work with Kim. I know Kim. We'll put something freaky. Yeah. So, anyway, so she comes in there, and then they start working on the track, and they begin to realize that 50 think this is for his album. And they're like, that's strange. And they thinking maybe like, oh, they trying to trick us. And they finna try to put the album out on their album. So what they did was say, okay, since they tried to trick us, you know, we'll come up with something else. Because Dre didn't even do the beat. Dre just put up with 50 and said, go on ahead, we got another track for the album. Y'all can work it out. And when they made the song, everybody loved Magic. I mean, once they played the beat and them, I got the man. And 50 is genius for making hooks. Genius. So when he came up with the hook for Magic Stick, and then they came out, knew it was gonna be hot. Y'all would have never seen 21 Questions as soon as y'all did. Magic Stick would have been out first. It was supposed to be on Get Rich or Die Trying album. But they couldn't get a release from Lil Kim. And they kept saying, like, you know, when we gotta have this song on the album. Like, where's Lil Kim? They're not returning our calls, nothing. Like, what's going on? And Dre, I mean, this happens in the game. When people don't want something on the album, they drag their feet. They don't want it on the album because they trying to keep it for them. They was like, oh, they tried to play us so they could put it on 50's album, but this song is hot. We gonna put it on our album. So 50 had to get his album turned in. They was like, man, just forget it, man. We got enough hits already. You know, Dre them, they like turned it in. So they turned the album in. Next thing you know, they send 50 Cent a check for $175,000 for doing the song. And then they send him something for him to release the song to. And by him accepting the check and cashing it, it clears him of all rights to the song Magic Stick. That's how they did it. And he had already turned his album in already. And he was just salty the way they handled it. He took the $175,000. Said, fine. Y'all got the song. That's it. He was done with him. So they thinking like, cool. He signed off on it and we got the approval. So they put Magic Stick on the album for Lil Kim's album. But now 50 Cent, he don't get any credit off of the song. You know, he just got paid his $175,000, so he was like, cool, it don't even matter. Like, Lil Kim ain't gonna do, you know, Magic Stick did better than anybody ever anticipated. So while 50 albums out and slaughtering, about a month later, here comes Magic Stick. So they was like, man, this dude 50 is on everything. He's killing it right now. Here comes Magic Stick. And Magic Stick wasn't even released as a single. It was on the album, and so once it got this buzz, so Lil Kim them thinking like, okay, well, let's get ready to shoot the video. This thing is hot now. 50 should be up for this. 50 like, I ain't shooting no video. I'm not working with y'all no more. After what y'all did. Y'all know, I'm not finna do the video. They was like, this song's a smash now. What are you talking about? Because Lil Kim, from their point of view, is like, we just did business. We paid you enough money to basically cut you off the song. $175,000 at that time was good for 50 Cent because 50 Cent hadn't had an album out. He hadn't had nothing out at the time. He just got the deal with Dr. Dre now. He hadn't sold one record yet. He was on the 8 Mile soundtrack. But other than that, that was a good deal to buy him out. And he just didn't like that. He didn't like the way they did it, the practice, but he's not familiar with how the business side is ran. Those type of deals happen all the time. If you could at least let somebody get credit off the song and pay them a little bit just for doing the song, or you could buy them out entirely. And that's what they did. So they thinking like, okay, now you get to make even more money. We finna make a video. And you on fire right now. Your album is killing. You selling about 2 million, 3 million records right now. So they were like, look, this is a win-win. We're gonna do Magic Stick. 50 like, I don't need y'all. That's his mentality about it. And it's just like, look, man, is he gonna do this video or he's not, man? And he was like, they ain't even responding to us. So it got disrespectful because he was like, nah, I'm not doing it. I don't like the way y'all did the deal with me, and we done. And they was like, deal? It was supposed to be our record anyway. It was our record. So now it was an argument over whose record it was, and they was like, man, forget him, man. So Lil Kim just was on the radio like, yeah, man, 50, yeah, we don't want to talk about that. They was like, wow, what's going on? Y'all did Magic Stick together. And then when 50 started addressing it, and then it started to go left a little bit. And then it went from that from going left to going completely disrespectful. 50 did a show, and after his show, he did, how 50 always talk on the end of his songs? And 50 they gave him the mic, and 50, the beat was still going on, and he was like, talking about the Magic Stick with Lil Kim. He was like, Lil Kim, I don't know, she might got the Magic Stick. She fixed she fixed the lips, she fixed the tits, she fixed where she shiznit. So she might have a magic stick. Right next to her magic mop. I don't know. And then he's on radio talking about, well, Lil Kim, when she look in the mirror, she don't like herself. She sees something, if she look in the mirror, she sees something she need to fix. And it was just terrible. The way he's going on the air and bashing this woman. Now, she was, at this time, they had split up with D-Rock. They wasn't dating at this time, but they were still cool. Like, that's her manager. So, this is his client, and you're basically, slandering him. And they know each other. Like, they know the same walk of people. And then, allegedly, things happen. Allegedly, somebody from Kim's crew found out where this tour was 50 was having. Knew what hotel they were staying in. Checked into a room in a hotel, like, right across the street. Crept over put on a hoodie. Crept from one parking lot to the other parking lot. Got into a stance. And then, when they was on the bus, shot at the tour bus. And broke out. Allegedly. Now, news start to circulate. And for some reason, this Graham scheme was exposed, and everybody assumed it was Lil Kim, her crew, maybe her manager, maybe some other people. Actions was taken, and the scope was involved. A lot of things started to happen against Lil Kim because of this action. All of a sudden, a month later, there's an incident with Foxy Brown and her crew. What's that? Capone and Noriega, the guy that got his own talk show now. When they were supposedly had beef, his crew. I don't know who was there, who wasn't. But from this story, there was a shooting, and only people that went down was Lil Kim's crew and Lil Kim. It's crazy, ain't it? That Interscope power. The feds come in. I've never seen somebody arrested and sentenced for not telling on something they didn't do. They didn't have a gun. They didn't shoot a gun. They got arrested and had to serve time because she said she didn't know somebody. And they said, well, here it shows that you do know him. On the tape, you standing there right next to him. So you do know him. So now you're going to jail for a year. I've never seen that happen before. But I guess this had nothing to do with Interscope. It just happened to be a matter of circumstances. D-Rock, manager, went down. Gunna went down. You know, and a lot of people who just happened to be in the area, who showed up, went down. No, they did something else. So that was between them. But that's a whole nother story. And of course I have to dissect these things. You know, things happen, and for years there's been a lot of words, some fist fights that took place with a couple of people, with some Latinos from another set, with some Bloods getting involved. You know, Bloods had got involved in the situation too. You know, it was crazy for a while. New York was crazy, very crazy. And when everything settled down, calmed down, it took some years because people went away. When they came back, they tried to rev the engine back up, and Kim came out with the naked truth. Don't seem that Interscope kind of forgave her too much, and they did everything in their power, allegedly, to keep Lil Kim down. All because of what happened messing with their artists. And by this time, them and their artists was having a hiccup at the time. You know, they were having falling outs and this and that. So, it was some event going on, and 50 was there, and Diddy was actually there at the time. So Diddy was there, 50 was there, and oh God, who else was there? It was a lot of people. And Floyd Mayweather was there, and Floyd and Lil Kim are very close. So Floyd was like, I'm going to talk to Lil Kim, and we're going to definitely fix this. Because it sounded like it's a misunderstanding. Because when I told her I'm cool with 50, she was like, nah. So they actually had a chance to talk. And when they spoke and everything, they cleared up like all this mess that was going on in between. All of it was a complete misunderstanding, and it was like, wow. And she was like, man, if we'd have just talked, so and 50 took blame for it too, and was like, it's partly my fault. Because he's like, I was young, and which he was. He's like, I was young. I didn't really know the game, you know what I'm saying? I'm using street method, you know. If I see something moving shady on the streets, you know, you step away. That's what you do. You be like, you take yours, I take mine, and we step. You know, we don't come back to do business again. You know, it's like, it's entirely different. But now he been years in the game. He done seen that done 1,000 times. So he's like, oh yeah, I know it now. So he's like, it's all good. And when he did his show in Australia, the same place he like ridiculed her at, he brought her on stage and he performed Magic Stick with her. And that was a special moment. Because they had never performed this song. Ever. And if you want to go on YouTube, it's on YouTube. You can check it out. Lil Kim and 50 Cent performing Magic Stick together. In Australia. So, matter of fact, nah, I ain't got time to do all that. But this is the type of stuff I like. When they all fix it in the end. It makes it better. You know, everybody's on speaking terms. And that's the way it should be. Because some of this stuff can get solved with just communication. You don't know how many people's lives are gone just because of miscommunication. One person took something the wrong way because he felt something was going another way, and they was like, dude, that didn't even happen that way. So-and-so screwed it up. So, I just wanted to let y'all know that. And it's your boy Carcino. I'm out. Don't forget to check your cards, because I'm going to throw some stuff in the cards, too, to keep y'all occupied. I'm out.